G'day everybody, welcome back to another episode of Craft by Tim. I hope you're having a wonderful new year. I have no idea what this year's got in store. Hopefully it's going to be a little bit better than last year. Over the course of summer, I've had quite a few little projects going on, and it did mean that I had to put off some other projects for a little while. So today, what I thought I'd do is I'd get one of them done. So I'm going to be finishing up this chef knife, and as you can see on this side, I've been trying to label them a little bit better. So it says temp and 5160. 5160 obviously refers to the type of steel, and temp means that this knife has been tempered. So it's been hardened, it's been tempered, and now it is ready to be ground to its final thickness. As you can see, it's still a little bit thick. Then we still need to do quite a bit of hand sanding as well. Mostly straight. There's a little bit of a kink in it, but nothing that we can't grind out. We're going to start off with grinding, and then we can move on to working on the handle. Well, doing a bit of hand sanding first, and then working on the handle. So all the hand sanding is now done, and it is looking fantastic. It's only at a 320 grit finish and super thin. That edge thickness it's like practically non-existent. I'll show you just how thin this is. I decided to do a lot more hand sanding than I would normally because I wanted to try something out, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Okay, so this is the knife. Once you remove all of the scratches from it, obviously you can still see a bit of the rough texturing there from forging, but once you remove all of the scratches, you can keep going and you can actually thin down the edge of the blade to the point where you can see that it flexes without very much pressure at all. And what that does is it means that you can get this so much sharper than you would normally be able to with a standard sort of bevel on there. Because once you get to a certain point, you probably will do something like maybe a apple seed grind, and they'll just bring in the edge to the point where you can actually get a cutting edge out of it. But this is already at that cutting edge level. Not every big pieces of paper, but as you can see, it's already pretty damn sharp. Once we actually get this onto a stone, we can improve that sharpness tenfold because it flexes with the stone. I'm just really hoping that you guys are going to be able to actually see how much that is actually flexing there. Let's... The handle starting to look really nice. Last night I came down to the shed to work on it a bit, and I wanted to do the back of the knife and the underside of the knife, and when I went to do that I clamped it in the vise, and I noticed, it seems to be a little bit crooked, but I'm sure that's just the towel wrapped around the blade, so I'll take off the towel and actually have a proper look, just to make sure that this isn't crooked. And if I hold that up straight-ish, yeah, that's pretty crooked. It is an absolute mess, and it will require fixing. Because of how slender the handle already is, there is literally nothing else that I can do but remove the handle and start over. This is a stupid mistake. I shouldn't have done it. A lot of the time when you're rushing, you make mistakes, and sometimes whilst you're rushing, you don't notice those mistakes until much later. So we're going to wrap this up. I'm going to grab the blowtorch, and hopefully we'll be able to get this off relatively easily, but I don't know. The knife is now done. I'm so happy with the extra amount of effort that I put into it. It just makes this such a nice knife, and now it's like razor sharp. Super lightweight, quite well balanced as well. Very nice. 55 to 60 Rockwell hardness. I now have a Rockwell file set, so I can actually test that sort of thing, which is great. Now I can start sort of focusing on how to make my knives slightly harder so that they last a lot longer before needing to be sharpened again. A fantastic little knife, and I am so happy that it's going to be one of the first knives that I'm going to put up on my Etsy store for sale. So if you want to own this knife, you actually can. You can buy this knife.
You terrible salesman.
And it comes with the little box here. So I took this around to a mate's place, and I was like, I want to check out this knife that I made. And nobody could figure out how to open it. So I've cut a little groove in the top there, so that when it's closed, you can actually sort of see where you're meant to open it from. So really happy with the way that this turned out. It looks fantastic, and yeah, I hope that whoever ends up with it loves it for as long as they can. If you want to support the channel, you can buy this knife, but if you want to support the channel but don't want to buy this knife, that's fine. You can also buy merchandise. We have mugs, we have hats. Yes, we have hats, we have aprons, we have t-shirts, jumpers, all the rest of it. It is so hot right now in the shed. I want to go jump into the pool, so I'm gonna cap off this video and say thank you everybody so much for watching and supporting my channel. I know it's been a little bit slow start to the year, but hopefully things are gonna pick up. I've got heaps of really cool projects. I've got another one, 5 meters that way. It's gonna be awesome, and I hope you guys enjoy. So I'll catch you all in the next episode. In the meantime, do remember to stay safe, happy crafting, and as always, cheers. Link in the description if you want to buy this.